Greenwood Stocks coming at you on the weekend for a market preview, a market review, and hot stocks to watch. So just wanted to mention a few names that made big moves, and looking at 10 baggers, 1,000%, 2,000%, 3,000% moves. Just starting off with Amazon, got to always keep the large cap stocks that move and that have high interest from the market, that make up some of these indices on your radar. We talked about this stock last week, and of course we missed the move a little bit, but if you can see what happened, if you go back just the beginning of the day, I drew trend lines because Amazon was setting up with support. And so with these trend lines, you can see where, if I can load up, the breakout levels were and the resistance. So right here, you see how long-term we got resistance. And once it breaks these levels, you see it runs and holds for a while. So the last time it broke this 3380 level, we went to 3550. And every time we see, this is called a double bottom for all you people who like to look at the technical candlestick and chart pattern. This is a double bottom. Double bottom is a strong indicator that we get a bounce. So we're looking at the 3,100 level up to the 3,500 level, and then back to the 3,100 level. Once you get down to historic resistance or historic support, you see stochastics are oversold, meaning overbought and oversold levels. The RSI is towards the bottom, less than 30. Then you can expect a bounce. So again, it only took 2 weeks of trading days for us to go from 3,100 to 3,400. So translating that, you're looking at huge returns that could literally make your month, make your week, make your day, whatever you're looking at. So let's look at some of these. Changes in value of the options, if I can find them. Customize, percentage change, item. So Amazon moving down. Just look at the percentages. Buying lottos, which is a weekly call that you can get in, and it expires at the end of the week. 3,400. Once you get in the money, you're getting 500%. And there were more that were printing even higher. Once you get further out of the money, actually, we got some calls that were a lot more, 600%. We got one to 700%, the 3460 calls. So like I said, these are all weeklies. If you get in Monday, you have a little more time to work because the time decay is working against you, but it's even more once you do Wednesday, Thursday, and then you have expiration till Friday. So I've been trading options for the most part exclusively, but the options are depending on the stock move. So again, real quick, we're just going to go over some that really worked out. Upstart was a popular one, UPST, and I mean, just look at this. I actually seen this whenever it got to this level, but due to it being some pretty strong resistance, I didn't really keep it on my radar. And of course, once it blew past these breakout levels, you got a $50 move, which again ended up printing, quite a bit. I mean, it wasn't a huge move, but for the weeklies, just on the day, you're looking at 100%. But even before that, the move before that was the bigger move, and from 340 all the way to 380 was where we're printing up. I believe from the start of the week when it moves, some calls went for 4,400%. So 4,400%. Again, you don't need many of those to make a huge difference. So And a couple more stars of the market. Mara is going to be looked at. Bitcoin just hit 60,000 again. So we're not getting a whole lot of delay. I'm drawing trend lines because these are breakout levels. Once they go past these levels, you'll notice that these stocks keep running because traditional long-term support means that it takes a lot to break. And of course, you see once the volume hit 20 million, you can have confidence that this move is going to be a sustained move. So again, watching Bitcoin is a good idea in this market because all the Bitcoin stocks are going to start running. You got stocks like Riot Blockchain. Of course, that's curling, so it's still on the bottom. You may have a great opportunity to get in on a stock that's lagging and make a nice option play. Can as well. Can didn't move at all, 3% on Friday when Bitcoin crossed 60,000 this weekend. So again, this probably will be gapping up and running for the rest of the week, but Can likes to lag. So, don't feel bad if it doesn't move immediately. Eventually it does and catches up with the rest. So Tesla, again, you could have made a big percentage gain on options. Ever since it hit this 20 on the daily at 740, we got a $100 move. Buying calls, even a month out, is probably going to net you at least 1,000%. So calls in the money in Tesla didn't do a whole lot, but again, even further out of the money, $1,000 calls were printing a lot more. And of course, it's a different calls, a different structure, different theta, different variables go into what makes these options worth more. But at the same time, if you can get these calls in the money, then you have the best opportunity to make more money, because that's what it's all about, getting your calls in the morning. Even though you can buy out of the money, and those can appreciate, the real money is getting your calls in the money, and then you can sell them for 10 times what you bought them for. GREE, this stock has a history of popping big, and we also have options now. So anytime we see a stock on support where it's ran from in the past, then we kind of want to keep this on our radar. Of course, it broke support before, but once it did, we went from $11 to $60. So again, we're back to the support level. If we get a pop like we've been doing in traditionally, then we can see another pop and double. And so once we double on an option play, then you're essentially looking at 1,000% plus. So that's just the nature of options. So wanted to look at just a couple more. We had some OTC plays that we wanted to touch on. That, of course, OTCs are back, and don't want to leave the OTC fans out. GWSO. I mean, just think about global warming solutions. With what's going on right now, just the name could make it run. So from $3 to $11, we got PJet from triple zero all the way to 2 cents. You could keep that stock in your portfolio for a year or two, and hey, you never really have to trade again. One more that was pretty popular, APTY, and again, APT systems. It's been talked about quite a bit in the OTC community, but again, OTCs are back, they're running, and so we're excited about that. Small caps are still kind of low, except for in different sectors, but just wanted to give you a few stocks to look at, a few stocks to watch, and then give you a heads up on something that may have some follow through. What we're seeing in this market is that most of these stocks do not have follow through. Most of them are one-hit wonders. They're done. So don't get full. Make sure you take profits, because you can get this green candlestick at an all-time high, and then the next day you get a red candlestick and you're left holding the bag. Don't be like that. Take profits. This is not the market to get greedy. Intrinsic, you got anything? You got anything to add to that?
Yeah, the only thing I would add to say is I would say, yeah, definitely try your best to sell in the strength, and always remember you can buy back. For me, that's one of my personal rules, and every time I don't follow it, when I go back and look at my trade in general, I always realize every play that I didn't sell in the strength for my max profit, I always could literally buy right back and, catch it again for another run. So keep that in mind. And, the market's changed. So in this current market, selling the strength seems to work. The market sentiment shifts, multi-day runners may be a thing again. You can hold on to the plays a little bit longer. So just always be mindful, be able to adjust to the market and let the trades come to you.
Exactly. So, I mean, just to piggyback off that, I was thinking today, actually, the conversations we had a few months ago, even at the beginning of the year, the strategies were not as optimal as they are now. So again, in this market, you can't really be a home run trader and be as effective. You have to be selling into strength. When the market was running and stocks were running for 3 or 4 days at a time, the most optimal play would be to hold, because the stock that has the momentum continue to carry momentum over for days and weeks. So again, like Intrinsic said, realize that the market that you're in, the market that we're in, is choppy when it comes to small caps. We're looking at all-time highs or retesting all-time highs for the larger caps. So if you're looking at small caps, they're trading completely different from OTC, which are trading completely different from large caps like Tesla, Amazon, Apple, and things like that. So, again, biotech is still hot because of what's going on. NFTs, Bitcoin, crypto, those stocks those sectors are still hot, but they're still not having the follow through that we did at the beginning of the year. So understand you have to move with the market. What worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. And you have to look at the biggest runners. What are they doing? Are you seeing stocks go 3, 4, 5 days at a time, running for weeks at a time? Are you seeing things like APVO? Are you seeing these types of moves from $6 to $60, and every day is a green candlestick all the way until it decides to sell off? We're not seeing that, so you have to adjust your strategy for the trades that you're making. So that's it. Hope everybody has a blessed day, a blessed week. Start green, stay green. If you need coaching, if you need mentorship, join our Discord. You can always email us, greenwoodstocktrading@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe, bell icon button if you want to get all the videos that we make on a daily basis. And we will see you next time.